Hello guys, Dale here again. Welcome to the channel. So about a couple months ago, saw a theory craft on the Act 5 Mercenary that was super cool. So he's on my Tesladin, right? So my Tesladin's using Holy Shock from the Dual Dream Runewords, and he runs Conviction. So I know the Act 2 Mercenaries, they really get all the love, right? You give them an Infinity, Insight, Pride, right? Whatever item that they usually get, they run either a Holy Freeze aura or a Might aura, and Act 2, Emilio there, it gets all the love. But with recent patches, Act 5 really got buffs, and now they can dual wield swords. So Act 5 is really becoming prominent. And this build is probably the craziest Act 5 mercenary build I've ever seen. So let's go look at him right now. So right now he has 19,000 defense, 4,000 life, and both his swings, one item does 2,000, the others 2,000. So this, we gotta remember, this is a Tesladin. He's gonna be running Conviction. So the first item is Destruction. It has three high runes, a mid rune, and a low rune. So low Burjaw, mid rune Vex, and a Ko. Now, this is not particularly useful in a lot of scenarios, but since I'm running Conviction, that level 23 Molten Boulder and level 12 Volcano is really going to take down baddies, right? And now that there's no delays, the time delays for these attacks casting has been reduced, so it's just gonna proc. It's gonna look like fireworks on the screen. And the second item is Lastwish. It's gonna give him the Might aura, but the main thing that we need this for is life tap. Since this build with his gear, he has no inherent life absorb, life steal, so he needs to cast life tap to heal up, because the other items is just a fortitude, a high defense fortitude, and a 114 45 30. The max roll on this is 120 45, but perfect 40 15 jewels are super expensive, right? So this is a lower build, and it's not matching jewels, so I was able to pick it up for a pretty penny. I was able to pick it up for the equivalent of 5 burr runes, and it'll work in this scenario. So it's gonna give the 30 FRW, which makes him fly across the screen. Once he's in a frenzied state, he's just boogieing, right? It's almost as fast as teleport, how fast he's moving. And the 45 IAS is just going to help him swing faster when he's in the frenzied state. So when he's in the frenzied state, his attack speed goes up to 39% higher, and his run walk up to 160. And that's going to boost on top of the 30 FRW and the 45 IAS. So this build is super niche. It's very expensive because we got 3 jaws, a Sur and a Burr just here. It's 5 high runes for this Lastwish, 3 high runes for this Destruction. We got 1 high rune in the fort, and this is equivalent to about 5 or 6 burrs because it's not matching jewels. It's not a perfect 120 45. So without delay, let's go check them out. So since the Holy Shock aura is going to be damaging the baddies, we're going to get away from the dreams. So all the damage that's going to be put out is just from our buddy Ragnar here. So we're not doing any more damage because we're going to switch away. We don't have the dream helm I put in the stash, right? So all the damage is going to be our buddy Ragnar. So let's go here. Let's just do our battle orders. Get a holy shield going, and look at it go. Already you could see the volcano has procced, and look at this. These guys are just melting, right? You can see the Nova proccing. You can see Nova proccing. Volcano's procced, right? And since the delay of volcano has been reduced, it's just gonna keep on proccing. You can see the molten boulder going down on the screen, and these guys are just melting. And our buddy Ragnar is not taking really any damage because you can see the life tap just proc right there. And this is such a fun build. It's a very niche build. It's not very meta. Not a lot of people are running it, but I think it's super fun. And it complements this Tesladin pretty good, because the Tesla really needs someone to really tank the damage while and you can see the movement speed. Look how fast our mercenary is moving here. He's just boogieing. Look how fast our mercenary is going. He's just boogieing. So we want the Tesla to tank damage while we want the mercenary to tank damage while our Tesla uses his holy shock to mow baddies down. And look, he just has a pile of cows on him. He's tanking all the damage, right? Life taps procced, volcanoes procking, molten boulders procking, Nova's procking, and he's basically invincible. He's basically invincible. He could take a high damage output. He could get beat up real good, but as long as life taps procking, he's good to go. You know, volcanoes, it just looks like fireworks, right? He has fade procced here, so his resistances are going to be up. And look how fast he runs across the screen. He's just boogieing across the screen here. So now let's check it out with the Tesla gear on, right? How the enemies just melt away. Let's find a new pack here. Let's find a pretty big pack. Let's aggro these guys here and watch everything just melt away. See these cows? They're just melting. So this is a very viable build. It's a lot more viable than Dragon Din because of the use of Enigma. Because of the Dragon Din, you can't use an Enigma because you're using Dragon. But look at this, just melting. Just melting these cows. Let's aggro a bunch here. And you can just see life tap. He's hitting so fast. Life taps continuously procking. So you're getting that life steal from the life tap, right? You can see molten boulder procking, volcano procking, right? And what I did a little bit different is instead of a grief, I'm running Crescent Moon. I'm running Crescent Moon for that 7% chance of static field, right? Static field is a really handy move, and he gets that minus 35 lightning res. So our buddy Ragnar and I think this is the ultimate build for a Tesla. Some people will do the A1 mercenary with a faith, right, to get that IAS up. But I feel like IAS for the zeal is not really a big deal because these guys just melt. No matter where we go, right, the baddies are just gonna melt. Because our buddy Ragnar is gonna really tank the damage, right? He's just gonna proc, boom, volcano, right? A little bit in, volcano's just continuously being cast. You'll hit, life tap will come out, and we're basically immortal. He's basically immortal. His life tap makes it, so I'm basically immortal, and it's a great team together. So I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I know it's very expensive to run this build, but I think it's super fun. I think he's super tanky. Our mercenary is super tanky with 20,000 defense, almost 20,000 defense. And I think this is the ultimate setup for the Tesla. I know some people will run fanaticism, get the A2 mercenary, the A1 mercenary to run faith if they don't want to run fanaticism, or they'll get the A2 mercenary to run the conviction and your paladin will run fanaticism, or you'll run conviction and your A1 mercenary will run faith to get fanaticism. But I think this is the best setup. You run the conviction, you don't need the fanaticism to hit the last IAS breakpoint. With this, I think this is the second last IAS breakpoint he hits, and he does just fine, right? There's nothing to worry about. You're going to be tanked. You're very rarely going to have to use pots, and this is the best way, I believe, to run the Tesla. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys would spend the HRs to do this mercenary build. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video.